Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner and we're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Now I have been under the weather, which has prevented me from recording for a few days, and hopefully my sickness doesn't come through too much in the recording. But as a result of that layover from the last time I recorded, I'm going to have to remember exactly what I was doing in the last video, but coming into a saved game here, we do have a lot of things that are going to have to load in, so we'll just go ahead and hit play here. And I actually would like to go to a little bit slower speed, but now everything's working properly. It seems like it does that every time you load in, is it says things aren't connected properly and all that. It does look like we need to sweep up some of the food, and it looks like our food is actually growing pretty well over here now, which is good. Because that means we can start producing, which I am, if I remember correctly, doing the lice loaf exclusively. So we were a little bit short on food. Last I remember, I'm actually not seeing where the food is on here. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. Actually, we're not doing too bad. I think we're starting to recover because I believe we were down to as low as 7,000 or so. So we are recovering. And now that we have some of this coming in, we should be able to produce more of the lice loaf, which will give us more food, although it's only 1,000 per. We currently have 3 just sitting here, so I would like that to be swept up. And I think I'm in the process of building a refrigerator, so we'll be able to refrigerate our food, which should allow it to last longer. And let's take a look around the map to see if I can remember what else we're doing. And I know I just got plumbing set up, so I got the bathroom set up here. And it looks like I'm in process of building a shower. So probably the next thing to do is to connect up the pipes for that. And I believe I have, we'll go ahead and let time play here. Unlock some other technology that we may be able to take advantage of. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I'm missing out of as far as harvesting or anything like that. Looks like we're more or less good to go. So let's take a look at what we have to build and see if there's anything I don't remember having. So air deoxidizer, that is new. What does it do? It says reduces the threat of disease by filtering contaminated oxygen out of the air. Okay, well that's actually very useful because I believe there was a little bit of contaminated oxygen because of the outhouse that we had previously, and there was a little bit of contaminated oxygen produced from the contaminated dirt. Although I don't know how much of that is still in the air. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, I see a little bit of over here. So what I probably should do is put... Ah, okay, we can see it even better over here. We may have... I wonder what some of this is. First off, let me just take a look at this again. Okay, so none of this is we need to worry about, but we do have a little bit of contaminated oxygen. Ooh, we have maybe some over here. It appears that we have some trapped over there. I don't know how easy that is going to be to work on, but what I'm thinking here is with the air deoxidizer, probably what we'll want to do is set up air vents, and we can pump the air around our base. And while we're at it, we'll be using this to get rid of any contaminated oxygen that we may be pumping. Alright, well, that's the idea. Let's take a look at what else we've got. So, we have the better battery, which I think I already built one of those. So, as a matter of fact, let's take a look at the 2 batteries and see which is better. So, we have some heat produced by this. We have capacity of 40, and it drops it down decor by 15. This is down by 10. Capacity is 10 as well, and heat is 2. So what I'm seeing here is this has more than 4 times the capacity. Why not get rid of the old batteries and hook up this new battery in the same space? Because that seems like a better use of our resources. That will mean that we'll lose some power, I believe, in the exchange, but I think it's a more efficient thing to do. So let's just pause up here for a second. Let's deconstruct and deconstruct. And then we'll replace the big battery. We might have a power situation for a little while. I don't think we've gotten any... Yeah, we don't have any ways of producing power, though. I hope that this pipe can get to this water. I hope we haven't done too much removal of that. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and get our bigger battery, and we'll just hook that up right there. And we should already have the power hooked in here, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, let's continue to go on. So food. I believe that was one thing that I was working on. So we have a refrigerator. It hasn't been built yet, but ideally, eventually, we'll have that built. And then I would like a cooking station. Converts 2 mush bars into 1 improved deep-fried mush bar. So that improves what we're already producing here. Why don't we go ahead and dig this out? I don't feel like there's any need for that anymore. And eventually I'd like to use this area for the cooking station and our mess area, because it's a nice big area. But right now, we have a lot of CO2, which makes it not really breathable. Let's go to priorities and give a higher priority to that. And also this. So we get that constructed. Okay, we're done there. Also, priority-wise, I want to give the fridge a high priority because I'm kind of wanting them to get on that. So we start refrigerating our food. So far, it seems like the water's being piped just fine. I actually don't know what the ideal placement of this is. I'm hoping it can continue to suck water, even if it's not actually in the water, but we'll see. I can always replace it somewhere else, I guess. Alright, now that it's built, we're going to need power. So, just do that. Okay. What's going on here? Capable... So we're researching... what? Assuming this. Oh, and we already did the advanced science, so there's nothing for it to do, so that's fine. Okay, it looks like we're taking care of... Okay, I really want to prioritize this now so that they stop having to hop over it. And let's also harvest. Harvest. I guess we can use the harvest tool. That makes things a little bit quicker. These, so we get more meal ice so that we can continue to produce the bars. Yeah, see, much quicker when they don't have to hop up so high. I'm probably eventually going to have to dig this area out. I've been kind of holding off because we already have a natural mealwood here. Oh, they must not be able to reach this water anymore. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this. No, why did she go all the way up there for water? Especially when there's water right here. That's kind of weird pathing. Oh well. Still waiting on the bathroom to be completed. Matter of fact, there's not a whole lot else priority-wise for them to do. Are you still getting water from over here? Weird. All right, well, let's continue going through the list. So we've got plumbing, fertilizer maker, medical cot, hand sanitizer. Oh, that was something I believe I was looking for. So we need bleach stone. Oh, I don't know if I've seen that. Granite, sand. Not sure if I've seen any of that type of stone before, so that's something I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for. But I don't even know what it looks like, so... Oh, there we go, bleach stone. So that's gonna be hard to get to. Okay, research complete. Let's go to the research screen and select a new one. So we just finished this, which gave us... Okay, some possible ways to make oxygen, maybe? Water purifier. I think that's what I was going for, was the water purifier. What else do we have? This is power generation. Hydrogen into electricity, or burns coal to generate electricity. See, this one, I'm a little bit unsure of exactly how it works. I know we probably have a decent amount of coal. All right, why don't we go for that? Because I'm curious to see how it works. A lot of this playthrough is just figuring out how do some of these things that we're trying to do here, how does they work? We're going to have probably somebody running on that power for quite a while. Our oxygen situation seems pretty good down here, and as a matter of fact, it looks like it's improving over here. So let's get on to the food production, because I want to do that now. Cooking station. I'm going to put that right there. We're going to need power, but I can route it pretty easily. And then... I believe it's under furniture. Oh, we now have other things. Convert slime into algae. Well, we don't have slime yet. That's over here. And then water purifier uses sand to purify contaminated water. We don't really need that yet. Oh, we can get another one of these guys. So let's choose a duplicate. All right, so what do we have here? More oxygen, breathing, but a good researcher for us. And twinkle toes. Okay, so they're faster. Okay, that's good. Over here we have night owl and then gastrophobia, so they won't cook. Digging strength, okay. And then over here, diver's lungs, so they don't consume as much air and they're narcoleptic. I think we take this person, even though they do use a lot of oxygen, because of the learning. I'd like to have somebody else that's good at learning. And then athletics is always good because it means they move around pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and print this person off. All right. And now, what I'm going to do in the jobs, because we now have 2 researchers, we have Joshua and we have Jack. I think we're going to turn off Josie here from researching. So it's just going to be Joshua and Jack that are going to be doing that predominantly, hopefully. I'm a little bit concerned about water pump here. Still looks like it's working okay, though. Okay. Huh. I don't know if we want to get rid of this old, because this is probably better. Let's go ahead and just deconstruct this. I think this is better. The fridge. I don't think it can store as much, maybe. No, it can store exactly the same amount. Oh, no, slightly less. But we don't have that much food anyway. And then what I'm going to do is just tell them to sweep that up. And sweep that up. Matter of fact, All right, we need power over here. So we'll draw that like that. Okay. I'm still not sure why people were coming up here to get water. That's such a waste. Let's watch this guy. So he's coming over here, going over this way, and he's getting water from up here. Again, it might be because, oh, okay, so now we're at that point where there's not... We got to get that pump lower down. So let's go ahead and deconstruct it. And I may need to build a ladder just so that we can get down there to be able to build it. So we'll build that there. And I'm going to prioritize these things because the quicker we get this stuff done, the better. I can't, I think, unfortunately, prioritize the pump. But we'll do our best. I don't know if the pump needs to be, like, literally down in the water, and maybe that's the better way to do it. Okay, fortunately they were able to suck up that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pump, and I would like to prioritize this too. So we're going to put the pump much further down. I don't know if submerging it is the right option. Let's see if submerging it works. So then we're going to need a liquid pipe. Go there. Then we're going to need power to go there. And we have the ladder, so I'm going to build that down as well. And then prioritize everything to 9. So I'm just going to whoop that so they get on that as soon as possible. Okay. I find it interesting that the bathroom doesn't tell us that it's out of water, though. I mean, as far as I know, it works just fine. Maybe because it has a tank. Maybe the case. Alright, well, continue through this list. So mess table is the next thing I want to build. It's not really a breathable area though yet still, so you know what? Cancel. Let's take a look at the O2. Yes, he's still really unbreathable, and I'm hoping maybe if I get a piping system up, I can start fighting areas like this a little bit better. Because I can pipe oxygen where it's really rich to areas where it's not so rich. So right here, really breathable oxygen. But we're not really getting it up into the areas we need it to get up into. So I figure maybe the vents will be the way to do that. As a matter of fact, we're having problems with oxygen, especially here. Even though we have this algae production, it's just not good enough. Part of it could possibly be the way that I built the base too. Maybe I don't have enough ways for the oxygen to flow up. It just in here, and that's about it. I could use the gas permeable tile, and what that will do is it will allow the oxygen that's in here to float up, which might be a good idea. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to think that would be an easy solution. So I'll put one here, I'll put one here, and I'll put one here. Oh, we're out of dirt, huh? Okay, well, we have some dirt here, so why don't we dig it away. There we go. Sure, I have dirt other places too, like over here. For now, I don't see a problem with that. We should be much better. Yeah, see, it's not giving me any warning that it's not working, so I'm going to assume that it is working. Alright, let's see if this works. Well, first, let's take a look at the oxygen. Now, this might not be ideal, though, because there's a lot of CO2 here. What I'm hoping is the oxygen will flow up through here and then come out in here and maybe get more oxygen in this area than what we've seen in the past. And then maybe we do something similar over here. So what I'd like to do is maybe we do something like this, and then same thing in this room. And you can replace this with tiles too, just to do it. Okay, and now we need a job here. So let's just say to fabricate that all the time. And mush bar. Okay, hold on. We need specifically that, though. Okay, so let's cancel this and do mush bars. Now, we need dirt for that, though, so that's interesting. So it does make the mush bars much more palatable. Alright, so dirt is going to be something that we really high priority right now. So let's dig out more of this. And this is all dirt here, too. So let's just dig all of this out. Is this sand? This is sand. So I'm going to need to dig that out before I dig what's below it. Let's just dig all this area out, because it's dirt that's relatively close by. This is dirt, too. So why don't we dig that out? Because it just makes perfect sense to do so. Okay, that's all sandstone. We've got a little bit of dirt over here, but it's going to take some doing to get to. Got a huge amount of dirt in here, so it's not like there's no dirt available. It's just going to take a little bit of digging to get to it. I may have to build some ladders and stuff in here too, so that we can get up to this. Not that we really need this compost anymore, because we haven't had contaminated dirt in quite a while. Also looks like we need algae, so I guess might as well dig some of this out too. Matter of fact, why don't I prioritize? Let's cancel. Oh. Cancel this for now. And I'm fine with them digging that out. But I also need algae, so let's start digging some of this out. And I will cancel this for now to give my people a way up here, and then we'll start digging out the rest. Kind of slowly. Okay. Ideally, what we want here is them to take this, put it in there, and start cooking. Alright, finally we have the shower, so let's hook that up. And that's going to be in plumbing. We're going to need pipe. So, this is the waste pipe right now. So, why don't we just hook that up now, so we don't get confused. That's our waste pipe. Now we need the intake pipe, which is this. So we're going to take that, we're going to draw it across this way. We're going to draw it up this way. Draw it that way, and then down the other way. And through. And down. Alright, it's a lot of pipe to get that up and running. But eventually we'll get on it. But we got a lot we need to do here, and we're running low on algae. Research center idle. That's because we already did that work, I'm assuming. And we're also not producing enough oxygen because a couple of our oxygen generators are out of commission right now. It's also possible that we'll need more of these algae things, so might want to build more of those. Although with dirt and algae being low right now, that's not going to be a huge priority. Matter of fact, speaking of priorities, why don't we prioritize some things? So I would like the algae to get done relatively soon. And I guess digging this out. And then this is a lower priority to me. I mean, we have dirt here, but the algae is going to be a bigger priority just because we're lacking it. Yeah, see, now we have our oxygen generation running. Still might be insufficient oxygen, though, so... Alright, well, we already knew about that. And we just got some research completed, so let's go and take a look at more research here. So... Pressure management. Mechanized airlock. Liquid valve increases or decreases liquid volume in pipes to maintain ideal liquid pipe pressure. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I haven't really realized that pipe pressure is an issue. That obviously it might be. This seems really useful though, the gas volume in pipes. Okay, thermoregulator cools the gas pipe through it, but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. So that's going to be very useful to cool areas because there was that one fruit that we could grow, but it couldn't grow because it was too warm, and I actually don't know if there's any part of our base that is cool enough for that to grow. And then this dissipates a small amount of heat, the hydrofan, so that could be really useful too. So I see two really useful possible things. I'd like to try and battle the heat first, so let's do that. As a matter of fact, heat is not something I've really looked at all that much. Let's take a look. All right, so right now, normally speaking, we'd be around probably about 70 degrees, but as we can see, because of some of the stuff that we have here producing a lot of heat, we're all the way up to 94 degrees by some of this machinery, and we're up into 80 around here. So we have a lot of warm machinery in this area, producing a lot of heat. So very warm here, extremely warm here. Wow. Okay, so definitely temperature is going to be something we need to address. So it's good that I think we're going down that route. Alright, well I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.